Last video was about how to connect your wallets to your application. In this example, we will learn how to read data from your smart contracts. We will be checking the Ethereum balance of the creator of Ethereum, Vitalik, and this is possible using useBalance from Wagmi. So we need to import the hook and use it inside of our component. So following the documentation, we need to look at the return type, and the data returns specific formats, and we need to pay attention to this value, and this value is in the format of wave, which is the smallest unit of Ethereum. So if we use this value right here, so getting back to our components, we can see we have this huge value. Since this is in wave, we need to divide this by 1 followed by 18 zeros in order to turn this into ETH. But our use balance already gives us a format as formatted. And this will give us a value like 289 point something. And this is a very exact ETH amount, but in a formatted format. So since we already have too many decimals, I'm gonna turn this into a number. If you need to read data from a specific function, you need to utilize another hook. It's called useReadContract. And it requires you to have some setup. First, we need a contract ABI. So ABI is a application binary interface, which helps your front end to understand what your smart contract looks like. And we also need the deployed contract address and as well as the function name. And in this example, we're going to be reading specific ERC20 token balance from Vitalik's address. And to set this hook up, we need to import this and set up the ABI. Here's the import. We can just copy this ERC ABI. And just like the last hook, we need to actually use it. And here our address would be the ERC20 token contract that we want to get the balance of. So I already saw the Vitalik's address. He has some Carbon Network token, so we'll copy the address. Since our hook is ready, now we just need to update our front end to actually show the data. And here we do have the balance, but it has 18 decimals, so we need a way to format this value. And we can simply do it with format ether function, and that would be in our Viem library. So we just import it. And we just need to wrap our data. One problem here is whenever we reload our page or components, they're always gonna get this value when the component renders. And if you want to load them on a click of a button or within action, we can use the query options from TenStack. And these query options from 10 stacks, they carry on to your Wagmi calls. So for example, is loading or is fetched. And you can use these states to make your app super interactive. And we have to update our hooks in order to use these states. And we can manually disable the auto queries so we don't auto fetch every time we load the component. And now we can manually use the query when we click the buttons. And finally, to demo this, our components now won't automatically use the queries. That only happens when we click the buttons. And also, there are many interactivity states, like when it's loading, it shows loading. And yeah, this is how you read data from your smart contracts and make your apps more interactive.